Okay, seeing that we know that Dan and Keziah are not going to be able to make the meeting tonight, we'll open up the meeting here of July 29th, 2020. Present are Sullen, Robert Durgan, Jerry Joy, and myself. So what we'd like to do is determine, I don't know if you received the email due to the state of emergency and the pandemic that's in progress as ordered by the governor of Massachusetts. We're going to postpone the hearing the petition on 9/20 for 45 days. So we have either a September 2nd date or a September 9th date. I guess Keziah sent in, he's available for either one, so I don't know if anyone else has a preference.
Same here, either one's fine.
Yep, I have a question, Mr. Chairman.
Peter, I'm sorry, what did you say? What date was okay, either or?
Either one, yep.
And Jerry, you're okay too?
Same
Either
thing,
or?
yep.
Either one for myself.
Okay.
Chairman, I have a question.
Okay. Bob, are you good for either one also?
Yep, either one. You hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yes, Mr. Cusson.
Yeah, thanks. I have some concerns regarding opening the hearing. There have been other boards that have opened hearings via Zoom, and other boards who have had public meetings where, you know, social distancing was observed. You know, I'll refer to the town of Berkeley, not Berkeley, but Dayton. You've had several meetings there with, you know, several people in attendance. So I'm just concerned that this is delaying and delaying and delaying. And I know that it's through no fault of yours, or the board, but I'm just concerned we can't keep continuing. We've got to do something, and either, you know, Amy or somebody has got to get in touch with. I know there's a lot of discussion in the governor's office about trying to do something about these meetings. So why go out to, what's the reason for going out to September, for example?
What's the reason? The state of emergency is this.
Well, I understand, but if the state of emergency, if changes in the state of,
Oh, sure. Mr. Cousin, if it changes and he removes it or increases the number of people that can attend and participate, then I'm all for it. But until such time, we are going to basically stay in compliance with the governor's orders, and we will postpone the petition hearing until such time that he does so.
Well, why don't we do, rather than postponing it to a definite time, to a definite date in September, so just thinking out loud, for example, let's just say within the next 2 or 3 weeks that he should make change. Let's just say that 50 people are allowed, whatever changes may be. How do you move the meeting? How do you move the meeting up?
Sorry, motorcycle going by.
That wasn't me.
I think he went through my front lawn, but anyway.
Is that somebody playing video games?
Bottom line, Mr. Cousins, if the governor wanted to change the date tomorrow and says, okay, you can meet with a larger group of people or removes the state of emergency, I'm all for it. But I'm not going to have and schedule meetings on a regular basis until such time he does that. Once there's an indication of it, Mr. Cousins, then I'm all for getting this underway. And
so you would be willing, if the board's willing, that it should there be a change in the governor's procedures, et cetera, that you'd be willing to convene a meeting earlier than September?
Hey,
no,
Paul, I don't think you're going. Whatever date you pick is the date.
That's what I'm saying. So why go out so far?
Well, I understand, but just let me finish here. I understand your concerns, Paul, but in terms of the ZBA, whatever date they pick is going to would be the next date. They cannot say tomorrow or next week, oh, the governor's, relax things. And I'll get to that in a minute. So much
Yeah.
that we can, let's say they pick September 9th. Then the governor says tomorrow 50 people can go to a meeting, and the board then says, fine, we'll change now to some date in August. I don't think legally the board can do that. But the other point, and I'm not disagreeing with you about whether the ZBA could pick a date in August instead. I will say that given everything that's happening in terms of the health indicators, I think it is extremely unlikely that the directives concerning gatherings are going to be further relaxed. The COVID counts are starting to rise in Massachusetts. I think the governor has shown he's been very, very cautious about moving ahead too quickly. And given the incidents during this past week, I don't see him suddenly tomorrow, next week, even into August, changing his mind. I think he's going to want to see further pandemic, I can't say winding down, but has been reduced sufficiently that he's encouraged to relax the directive. So whether it's in August or in September, I think the current directive that no more than 25 people, no matter how large a room you have the meeting, can be in one place for gathering, is going to still be in effect whether it's
How are the other towns doing it?
Okay, well, how many people were at those meetings?
More than 20.
Well,
It's a small room. More than 12.
Okay,
Less than
which is a
25.
great hall limit. Okay, and we can have up to 25 in the multi-purpose room or the gym. If the ZBA wants to hold an in-person meeting in one of those rooms, they can have a maximum of 25 people. That includes the
We lost you, Joe.
I'll speak up. I understand.
I lost Charlie for whatever reason.
Yeah, we have him.
Buddy.
I see him visually, but not. Here he comes. He's back.
Once the 26th person walks into that room, then they have to postpone the meeting because they can't say to the 26th person, you can't be here.
Absolutely.
We're still looking at the possibility of doing a hybrid in-person Zoom meeting. It's real. We got a quote.
Charlie, we were talking about the possibility of doing I don't know what it's called. I think that what you just referred to, a certain type of meeting where people can participate both physically as well as Zoom.
Right. Well, we need the equipment to do that. I got a quote earlier this week if we wanted to purchase the equipment to do that, it would be about $15,000.
Silence.
Well, who's going to pay the $15,000? I mean,
well, not
you. Well, Mr. Cousins, what did these other towns do? I mean, were they municipal? What kind of meetings were they? The
zoning board meetings.
Were meetings?
Yeah, zoning board meetings. For example, I mean, we sort of have a similar situation in Avon where we were ready to close the hearing, and that's been held up. And in the town of Dayton, it's a regular zoning board meeting that they have in person and have had several since March. And then there have been some other towns, planning boards have met. So it's just so frustrating, especially in this case here where the applicant's health is not in the best, but he's just super frustrated, and I guess you guys are as well, that no business can be conducted, and that's not a way to run a railroad.
No, well, we're conducting business also where the zoning board does meet. However, these circumstances where there's going to be more than 25 people, you figure 7 people alone from the zoning board alone. Then there's Amy Questle, there's Charlie Seeley, there's the video recorder, and plus however many you're going to have. So that would be,
It doesn't take long to get up to
about
25.
people. That would be maybe about 9 people from the town that could actually come in and voice their opinions. And it's been my experience that with the different other projects and whatnot going on in town, there's an awful lot more than 25 people that certainly want to come in and voice their opinion. This project itself is going to be in the center of our town, and people are going to need to express their opinion, and they're going to be heard. And I'm not going to be in a position, Mr. Cousins, to pick and choose saying, okay, you can come in, but you can't. Okay, you can come in, but then you can't. And then,
Can't do that, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It makes no sense. So what I want to do then is I want to move that or determine here that September 2nd will be our next meeting regarding petition number 920. So I know the other members, if I could, as long as they said they were okay with September 2nd, then we'll go with the September 2nd date. And but I'll need a motion and we'll vote on that just so we have it on record. So they have a motion to postpone the petition number 920, the Country Club Estates, till September 2nd.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to extend petition 920 to September 2nd at 7 o'clock, I think.
7 p.m. would be great.
Yep.
Second.
Yep.
All right, so I have a motion and a second to postpone the meeting, our next meeting regarding the Country Club Estates, petition number 920. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Bert,
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr.
you
Chairman,
want to do a roll, you want to have a roll call vote.
Yes, I do. I was just going to do a roll call
No.
vote. All right, Peter.
Yes. Yes.
Jerry,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
and who did I miss?
You yourself.
Oh, myself. Oh, Bob. And myself is yes. So it passes unanimously. We'll be postpone the hearing until September 2nd at 7 p.m. Okay, now what did you want, Mr. Cousin?
yeah, I'm saying that I know that there's been some discussions between the engineers and your consulting engineer, and that I'm not aware of any outstanding issues from the engineering side of things. And I think they've made some pretty good progress. The consultant had a couple of questions and they were answered by Larry Silver's office. So I'm hoping, one, and if we ever have this meeting, that that we can proceed at a good pace, given a lot of the review and a lot of the work has already been done.
Well, we'll certainly,
we just
open
need
to
the
hearing
comments.
what they had to say and what they discussed and what was changed or had to be changed, and that's the.
I
purpose
think
of our
you, yeah, I think all of that has already been transmitted to the board from your
Okay.
consultant. That's my understanding. Okay.
I have not met with him. He has not met at our meeting. Our consultant, I haven't met with yours, certainly your engineer, or corresponded back and forth. So as soon as we can get this up and running, Mr. Cousins, I'm looking forward to reviewing all of that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Charlie, we all set?
Well, set on my end.
Okay. Anybody else? Bob, Peter, Jerry?
Good.
Everything's good.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
And second?
Second?
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Unanimous. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate it. Welcome back.
Thanks.